Recently, there's been a poll in America where they said that only 16% of Gen Z are proud to be American. Why do you think this is?
Inability to afford an apartment, student loan. There's so many reasons that they talk. They're kids. What the do they know?
The American dream is dying. No one is believing it anymore.
The Gen Z generation is, in a way, in a unique spot. You have, I think, a lot more extreme opinions because it's very easy to manipulate opinions and kind of push your agenda.
Super interesting what he just said right there. It's kind of easy to manipulate opinions. Why does Gen Z hate America? Why are they so just not proud to be American compared to previous generations? Because a lot of people look at this stuff and they say, oh, well, young people just don't like America. Every generation has it. But no generation's been even close to being as bad as Gen Z. And that's something that we need to worry about, because instead of bullying them, making fun of them, which is sometimes, okay, I hear, like, a little bit difficult to do sometimes. I understand. But instead of that, we need to be educating, uplifting, because these are the future leaders of the country. And the answer here is obviously multifaceted, which we'll be jumping into in this video. Next part, what are the biggest problems that Gen Z is facing?
Can we really blame Gen Z for their activism and resentment? And if there's no more trust, is America heading towards collapse? I guess we gon' see. What do you think are the biggest American problems?
Obesity.
Populism around politics is a giant problem. I think the educational system is a big problem.
Systemic racism in our country.
Racism and sexism.
Legislation harming LGBTQ communities, trans individuals.
I would say police brutality, and of course racism.
If I had to challenge you though, why do you think there's still more people moving to America than people leaving America?
Opportunities. They want a better life for their children. They want part of the American dream.
Amazing follow-up from Jen right there. That's just such a great question to be asking. Okay, so if it's so racist and all these issues are happening, why are people just flocking over here? What's going on there? Well, I don't know if her name's Tiffany, but Tiffany here is obviously on the social justice train. She'll be educating us.
Are you proud to be American?
I'm proud to be this American person.
How do you help the community?
Oh my God. I have protested everything. Guns and all the bills that they try to pass to remove rights from trans kids.
Oh my gosh, lady. Hold on. Before we move on, this is like the Laguna Beach wealthy grandma that's talking to me, talking about if they start talking about how are they helping, and they're helping by going outside and protesting for people's rights to sterilize children, run the other way.
From trans kids.
I believe Americans export their problems. Today you see it, that gender identity that is becoming a social issue. Export that.
Wow. Interesting perspective right there. Okay. Exporting radical left ideologies. Perhaps we're responsible for a handful of that. It's certainly an impact when we do decide as a culture to buy into a certain ideology. What the United States does has a major impact on the rest of the world. I was talking to Billboard Chris about this recently. You know, people have asked him, why aren't you just working in Canada? Why are you working in the United States? And his response is usually somewhere along the lines of the precedent that the United States sets, the world often follows. So when you make an impact in the United States, it's global, which is actually super interesting. I think we're liking this guy's answers so far. The guy in the wheelchair, not bad.